J-Mad is not your everyday lunch partner. He's all the way raw.
How are you going to say Black Lives Matter when the only reason you come out is when cops kill us and we don't come out when we kill ourselves? That's crazy, man.
He's all the way real.
The truth? You can't even handle the truth.
And most of all, he has his priorities right.
I want the Falcons and the Hawks to be my pallbearers at my funeral. That way they can let me down just one last time.
J-Mad gives it to you big.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J-Mad, he got ya. Right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J-Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J-Mad.
You are listening to your boy J-Mad on Life After the Collar, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, and all the above. We're getting it in today. I have in the studio two of the three amigos. I have Samuel and I have Jamal rolling with me in the studio tonight. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a great conversation. And we're just going to go on all different types of things. So if you hear a lot of noise in the background, more than likely it's Samuel grabbing the mic, talking through the mic, or whatever the case may be. But we're going to be here and we're going to have a great time. I may even try to get my oldest to give some insights on some things. He may not say one word, though, because he's shy like that. He's the opposite of his daddy. I run my mouth. He sit there and look. But it's all good. I hope you all have had a great week so far. Let me go ahead and put y'all in. Get up and shake your groove thing for a little bit. Holla at your boy. This is Life After the Collar with J-Mad. Holla.
You know I love music. And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something about this joint right here. This joint right here, it makes me want to... Oh! Let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you wanna do. Can't let nobody take it away from you, from me, from we. No time for moping around, are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, cause I'm winning. It's been a long week, I put in my hardest. Gonna live my life, feel so good to get it right. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me, when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night at a time in my life, ain't worry about if you feel it. Got my head on straight, I got my vibe right, I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I wouldn't change my life's just fine, 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 fine. Ooh, fine, 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 fine. Ooh, just fine, 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 fine. Ooh, see, I wouldn't change my life's just fine. Feels so good when you're doing all the things that you wanna do. Get the best out of life, treat yourself to something new. Keep your head up high in yourself, believe in you, believe in me. Having a really good time, I'm not complaining. And I'ma still wear a smile if it's raining. I gotta enjoy myself regardless. I appreciate life, I'm so glad that it's fine. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me, when I'm walking past the mirror. Ain't worried about doing what you're gonna do, I'm a lady, so I must stay classy. Gotta keep it high, keep it together if I want to get better. See, I wouldn't change my life's just fine, 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 fine. Ooh, fine, 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 fine. See, I wouldn't change my life's just. I ain't gonna let nothing get in my way. No matter what
Was rolling in my car when I pulled up at the mall. Couldn't find a place to park. Threw my keys to the valet. Handle it for me. I was only there to hang, wasn't looking for a thing. I was just about to bounce, and then I saw Miss Lady. Then I said to myself, my destiny only is one for me. There go my baby. Look at her. Oh, she gon' be the one. We gon' fall in love. We gonna have some babies. Listen. She was coming up the shoe store, pretty little thing. A couple of bags in her hand, right in front of Macy's. That's where all the pretty girls hang. Then I saw her at the food court, sipping lemonade, conversating on her cell phone, looking so amazing. And I said to myself, there she goes, there she goes, there she goes, yeah. Oh, well. Destiny only is one for me. There go my baby. There go my baby. Oh, she gon' be the one. We gon' fall in love. We gonna have some babies. She gon' wear my ring. She gon' take my name. Take her to the cookout. Yeah, her gon' hang. Take her to my mama house. If she need a hair done, see my cousin Ken. I'll treat her like a queen. Give her everything. She will be my girl till we old and gray. And I knew it from the moment that I saw her lovely. Yes, I did. Oh, wow. My destiny, only one for me. There she goes. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. She gon' be the one. She gon' be the one. Fall in love. Have some babies. There she goes. There she goes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes my way. That's what you are to me. My destiny, my destiny, my destiny, yeah. Ooh, she gon' be the one. I love it when you smile. I love it when you walk. And when you talk. When you talk to me, it makes me so crazy, crazy, crazy. It's blowing my mind that you give me some of your time. Oh, yeah.
You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man. We're going to have a great time today. Let's go ahead and get our sponsorship out of the way. Y'all know who the sponsor of this show is. EZSilentHustle.com. Man, I got it right this time. EZ, the letter E, the letter Z, SilentHustle.com. If you go on that webpage, you're going to see the brand called Silent Hustler. Silent Hustler is designed for those that are entrepreneurs, starting your own business, whether it's an online business, whether it's a service that you're giving to the community, or whatever the case may be. You want to go by Silent Hustler and go ahead and get this brand. I promise you that this is a starter conversational piece. You're going to have your T-shirts, you're going to have your coffee mugs, you're going to have your tumblers, your book bags. I love wearing my Silent Hustler gear because someone always stopped me and asked me, where did I get it from? What is it about? And stuff like that. Also, you want to check out her new, not business venture. She's also a business coach. If you need somebody that's going to give you the knowledge you need in order to at least start you out on the right foot, you want to go to EZ Silent Hustle and get her contact information. She actually has another website, and she's going to post it on EZ Silent Hustle. But I want to make sure that I get that correct address to send to you all that she has just launched. If she either just launched it on this, it is on its way. But it is a coaching session. She has PowerPoints. She has one-on-one. She has groups. She has all different types of techniques that she can come in, sit down. I had one of my cousins contact her. And he told me, he said, man, I'm going to her as often as I can just to sit down and listen to what she has to say. Because that knowledge that she drops, man, it is an eye-opener. And I promise you, it's going to change how you see business. These young people out here are making 6 digits off of online type of stuff. She has all of that information for you. So make sure you contact EZ Silent Hustle. That's the letter E, the letter Z, silenthustle.com. All right. Tonight's show, we're gonna dive into a few different topics. We're gonna talk about 45, and this thing with the Pledge of Allegiance, national anthem type thing. We're gonna talk about that, and I also want to dive into this thing with this cops. These I'm really at a point where I'm frustrated with these issues with the cops and killing us black men. I have 2 of my sons in the studio with me tonight, and that's the last thing I want to happen. I worry all the time when my 19-year-old is out. I got him in the studio with me tonight, but when he's out and about and he's out there late at night, I often worry. He had prom a few weeks ago. He had graduation a few weeks after that. And they went out, as kids to have a good time. But my nerve was so bad because I just wanted my son to come home. And we can't shield them and we can't stop them from doing things. But at the same time, as parents, our nerves is what it is. So we're gonna dive into a lot of those conversations. I'm looking up an article that I read today when I first got up. I try to start doing research on different things. I read an interesting article, but I got to find it first. And I want to dive into a lot of these 5 points. And it actually came from I think it's called The Press, something like that. But it's the White House. It's the information that comes from the White House. And it deals with the national anthem and stuff like that. And why we stand for the pledge and stuff like that. So we're going to dive into that. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy.
but you rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. Tell me who I have to be to get so reciprocity. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. Is this just a silly game that forces you to act this way? Forces you to scream my name, then pretend that you can't stay. Tell me who I have to be. I know what we gotta do to get so reciprocity. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. No matter how hard we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. I keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? As painful as this thing has been, I just can't be with no one else. See, I know what we've got to do. You let go, and I'll let go too. 'Cause no one's hurt me more than you, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Care for me, care for me. I know you care for me, there for me, there for me. You said you'd be there for me, cry for me, cry for me. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me, cry for me. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me, cry for me. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, cry for me, cry for me? You said you'd die for me.
You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man. Look, we're going to have a great conversation today. I want you all to, if you get a chance, it's called I said we were getting ready to talk about the Pledge of Allegiance and the anthem and things like that. There is a publication called The Hill. The Hill is a publication out of the White House. So y'all already know where I'm going with this. This article is called 5 Reasons We Stand for the Flag. 5 Reasons We Stand for the Flag. And it's an article written by Jane Hampton Cook, Jane Hampton Cook, who is an opinion contributor of the Hill. Well, I think I'm going to start writing articles for the Hill. And I'm going to see about becoming a contributor there as well. If you all know, if you all have been paying attention to the news and things like that, one of the things that we've been dealing with is this thing with the national anthem. National anthem, standing with the Pledge of Allegiance, and all of this other things that we talk about that has caused a huge uproar in our country. It started, the NFL players are the ones that, Colin Kaepernick was the one that actually brought it to the light on why he was kneeling during the flag. Or the Pledge of Allegiance, not a Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. Some of us probably understand where the national anthem came from. It came from a poem by Francis Scott. And it was during one of the battles that was going on, and he was on one of the boats, and he wrote this actual poem. The poem turned into, became a song, which became our national anthem. But if you was to go and research the song, the actual poem itself, or the stanzas to the national anthem, you will see how it endorsed slavery and how it would not stand for slaves to revolt or for slaves to stand up, and what it would do to the slaves that did so. That's just the national anthem. We don't sing those choruses, nor do we add those parts to music. Another thing that we do is the Pledge of Allegiance. If you pay attention to the Pledge of Allegiance, one of the statements in there, it says, under God, one nation under God. That part, under God, did not get added until 1957, I believe. It was either 57 or 54, somewhere right in there. I think it was 57. And so that part, and the reason why they added that part, just give you all some history on what's going on in the context of what I'm speaking about today. The reason why they added under God, it was not for religious reasons. It was designed to separate. We was in the Cold War at the time, and it was designed to separate or to throw shade, if I can make it in today's term, on the Soviet Union, whom we was at odds with, and so it was like a punch in the side to them when we said under God. And that's why the political people added under God in our Pledge of Allegiance. Y'all didn't know that part. All right, Colin Kaepernick knelt during the national anthem when he was in the NFL in order to bring awareness to the injustice towards black people, especially when it was with cops and things like that. It was for no other reason. He wasn't being disrespectful to the flag. And I want to put a nickel in the parking meter right there and say this: I am a vet. I am one that did go over in deserts. I joined. Matter of fact, I joined during the original Gulf War. My mom thought I was crazy. We was just launching off. The tension had just hit during the original Gulf War. I had just finished boot camp and was in school. Matter of fact, I was headed to my first command when they brought down that statue. I don't know if y'all remember that. They had like a rope tied to them, and they were bringing it down, and people was jumping and screaming because America came over and did what they had to do. That's when I joined. So I want you all to know this. Let it be clear. Let it be perfectly clear. All soldiers, every last one of us joined the military. Every last one of us went to war for one reason, or for one main reason. One reason is for so that our children can have a better life. That was the main reason that I went and decided to do what I had to do, is so that my children can have a better life. Secondly, I wanted to protect our freedoms. Every last one of our freedoms. And one of our freedoms is called freedom of speech. Now, where they come off saying that you are disrespecting the veterans by kneeling or not standing, we fought for you all to do exactly what you do. Do I agree with those that burn the flag? No, but you have that right, and I fought that right. For you to sit there and even argue against the president of the United States, whether it's 45 or Obama, you have that right, and I fought, and we fought for you all to have that right. So this notion that it's disrespecting veterans that died, no, we died for you to be able to do that. You can burn the flag if you so choose. Why? Because you have the freedom of speech and expression. We lose it in this political game of what this is all about. So this article on the Hill that they decided to publish back in, I know it was in 17, 9/29/2017, 9/29, I think that was September the 29th, 2017, last year. The article begins talking about why do we stand for the U.S. flag and national anthem. It talks about the NFL controversy over the players kneeling instead of standing in the national anthem. Let us remember the many reasons why many of us stand for the flag and how it all began. Now, I'm getting ready to dissect this doggone article, and the reason why some other folks have not, I do not understand. Americans have stood, she says, for the U.S. flag since June 14, 1717, the day the Continental Congress declared that the flag of the 13 United States and the 13 stripes alternated red and white, that the Union 13 stars at the time, white is for the field, it's a blue field, white in a blue field representing the constellations. Okay? 13 years later, August 1815, the White House and the U.S. Capitol lay in ashes after the British military burned the public building of the Washington, D.C. Okay, we got that. So let's get into this part of the conversation here. It talks about, the article goes on to talk about Francis Scott Key and what he did. A Maryland attorney who politically opposed the current president, who was so moved at seeing the United States flag flying vigorously at the end of the battle at Baltimore, Fort Henry, that he wrote lyrics for the Star Spangled Banner, the song we now call the national anthem. First of all, he did not write lyrics, he wrote a poem. So let's do this thing here. They like throwing out this thing called debunk. Let's debunk this. Elder Jones says this: we have the right in this country. If we are made to stand in the flag, then the fighting is worth nothing. You're right. You're right. You're so right on that. The national anthem did not start out as a song and did not start out as lyrics to a song. It was a poem that was later turned into a song. Cool? Okay? So this, what's the lady name again? Jan Hampton Cook. Mistake number 1. It was not originally written as lyrics to a song. It was later adopted as our national anthem, and music was added to it. Let's go on to the next part. So her number 1 point says this: we stand for the flag today, not to please ourselves, but to honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Wrong again. We do not stand for the flag to honor those that died for our freedom. We stand or not stand in order to honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. She gives these number 1.2 million Americans have died because of war. No, that number is much, much higher than that. Because I guarantee you she did not count the Civil War when the North and the South were fighting each other. I guarantee you she did not add those numbers. She used this term, more than. So I guess she's right on that. Yes, way more than 1.2 million Americans have died because of war. Let me tell you this, from somebody that knows. Majority of the time we're in war is because war is money. War is simply money. Y'all don't want to believe that. But every time we go to war, these politicians own these factories and all these other things that goes on that makes the bombs, the ships, the guns, and all of these stuff. These politicians are the ones that own these places, these things. Yeah, I'm on a rampage today. Who is this that she quoted? She just quoted, John Kelly, the chief of staff of the White House. She said, John Kelly says this, and she has it in quotes: I believe every American, when the national anthem is played, should cover their hearts and think about all the men and women who have been maimed and killed. Every American should stand and think of 3 lousy minutes. Let me tell you something. Let's look at this thing on the black end of this thing. Yeah, I'm hot right now. Why should black people, why should people of color, whether it's Indians, whether it's the Asians, because Chinese people came over and helped build this country, laid a large part of the railroad. American built the White House and other things around this nation. Why should we stand for a country that did not give a damn about us and still don't? Explain to me, why should we stand for those 3 lousy minutes? If you don't care about us, America, why should we care about your stinking national anthem? And I'm a diehard believer in standing. As a veteran, I'll stand. I won't ever kneel. I will always cover my heart. But I give every right to those Americans that decide, no, I'm not standing. No, I'm not going to cover my heart. No, I'm not going to take my cap off. Why should we stand? to honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice in her point one for our freedom. If we have freedom, then why are you making us do this? If we have freedom. I'm just confused about this now. If you say we have freedom of speech, if we have freedom to do this, that, and the other, why are you making us? Now you're a dictarian. You're a dictator now. Point number 2. We stand for the flag not to focus on what divides us, but on what unites us, which is being America. You dumb person. How in the world you telling us what is not about what divides us, but on what unites us? Nothing is, especially this administration that is in office right now, is not uniting us. Nowhere close to uniting us. So how dare you sit there and say that we're supposed to concentrate on what unites us and not what's divided us? That's the problem with us now. You all want us to overlook the foolishness that you all have done to us. You want us to overlook the fact that you had us in slavery. You want us to overlook the fact that you have cops. I hate to use this word, but I'm so sick of seeing it on television, because even if they're not doing it, but if they're not saying anything and not standing up against it, a majority of the cops are out there killing us. You may not be the one pulling the trigger, but you're not saying anything about it. And that is including the black cops that's out there that's not saying anything about it. You want to impress me, cops? Y'all good cops out there? I know that there are good cops out there. I know for a fact. I have a lot of friends. My uncle Milton Vincent in Macon, Georgia, was a lieutenant with the sheriff department down there back in the 70s, 80s. I know that there are good cops out there. Not denying that. But we have a whole bunch of them that are sitting back watching what's going on, and in a lot of cases, being a part of what's going on, doing the exact same thing. Someone sent me a video with this guy. Because he turned his blinker on or didn't turn his blinker on, the cop walked up to his car with his gun drawn. What did he do so bad that the white cop had to walk up to this black man with his gun drawn? But these guys can come out here and shoot up 10, 15, 20, 30, hundreds of people, and you don't do anything. You take them to McDonald's. Yeah, I'm hot. We stand not to focus on and that's the problem. We're not focused on what divides us. That's the biggest problem. We're not focused on what divides us, Miss. I don't even like calling her name. What's her name again? Miss Jane Hampton Cook. That's the problem. We're so busy ignoring what divides us. And there was only one reason that and then you all tells us, if we don't like being here, go back to our country. No, you go back to your country. Oh, yeah, I'm in my feelings right now today. I'm completely in my feelings right now. I wish y'all could see Samuel in the studio with me. Every time I bang on the desk or point to the computer or point my finger or tap my finger, he's doing the same thing. This is pretty cool. Reason number 3, and then we're going to go to some music. Reason number 3, she says, we stand for the flag not to pledge allegiance to the president, but to honor the reality that we have elected a president, and not for a lifetime, and not a lifetime king. Let me tell y'all something about that statement there. I have an issue with the politicians. I stopped blaming 45. Let me tell y'all about 45. 45 did not bring racism. He did not create it. He did not push it. None of that stuff. The only 45 did was pull the sheets off the fact that we're still racist in this country. He literally pulled the sheets off the fact that America is racist. I'm not talking about just white folks. Let me get this straight. Because y'all black folks, y'all be tripping too. We can't sit here and say white folks are racist when half of the stuff we do and say is racist. Y'all get that through y'all heads too. We say and do a lot of racist things. Stop sitting here trying to kick and scream about what white folks are doing when we are the same way. Don't sit here and say that y'all don't do racist things or say racist things. That's the problem with all of us. We think that this thing is one-sided. No, black folks, we do racist things as well. We have to get to the point. It talks about we don't pledge allegiance to the president, but to honor the fact that in reality we elected the president. No, we did not elect the president. Let me tell y'all something. The president's office is the only office that every vote do not count. That's the only office that every vote does not count. What do I mean by that? We have the Electoral College. The Electoral College is designed for them to choose who to give those votes to. In reality, we can let those people that's in charge of the Electoral College vote however they want to vote, because they do not have to go by what the states said. They can make any choice. They can put those votes anywhere they want to. So we did not elect the president of the... If I was to ever become the president of the United States, that will be the first move that I make. Every vote will have to count. For the last couple of, or at least two of the last three presidents, they won off college votes, electoral college votes, and not popular vote. The only way we can say we elected a president is if we decide to use the popular vote instead of the electoral college vote. So she's wrong on that conversation as well. You're listening to Life After the Collar with J Man. We're gonna finish up those points 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just now getting started. But you know how I do. When I have my conversation, I need my own news show. That's what I need. Somebody call CNN, Fox News. Yeah, call Fox News. Let me get on Fox News. Holla at your boy. You listening to
I heard you told your friends I wrote you a breakup song. The funny thing is, it wasn't even about you. Okay, maybe I did, so what if it was? That don't make you a king. The world ain't revolving around
a heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on, cause boy, you don't deserve a single word. Don't know if you heard, I forgot all about you. I ain't gonna bore you with a sob story. Go crying to my friends and throw a hate party. It's so overrated, overplayed, and I'm okay. I'm just better without you. I'm going out and making my own rules. One thing on my mind, baby, it ain't you. I'm turning up, I got it going on, so I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. You called to tell me that you made a mistake, but that was something I knew. So now, baby, baby, bye, bye, bye. Yeah. I'm at the bar, martini twist. Boy, hook it up, just read my lips. Love ain't a game, don't got no time. No, you don't see me cry. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on, cause boy, you don't deserve a single word. Don't know if you heard, I forgot all about you. I ain't gonna bore you with a sob story. Go crying to my friends and throw a hate party. It's so overrated, overplayed, and I'm okay. I'm just better without you. I'm going out and making my own rules. One thing on my mind, and baby, it ain't you. I'm turning up, I got it going on, so I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I've been a hot mess looking in the mirror. I will be swinging from the chandelier. Yeah. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on, betting on, betting on. I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. I ain't gonna give you what you're betting on, cause boy, you don't deserve a single word. Don't know if you heard, I forgot all about you. I ain't gonna bore you with a sob story. Go crying to my friends and throw a hate party. It's so overrated, overplayed, and I'm okay. I'm just better without you. I'm going out and making my own rules. One thing on my mind, baby, it ain't you. I'm turning up, I got it going on, so I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song. Yeah, I ain't gonna hit you with the heartbreak song.
Caught up in the whirlwind, I'm just a dragon flying, and my wings ain't helping me. I'm in a little trouble, sure didn't see this coming, and I have no clue what I'm gonna do now. And ask me who put me in this twist. Ask me who's responsible for this shit. Everything's all her fault. Caught up in the whirlwind and no one can help me. Ask me who's responsible. Shit. Everything's all her fault. So now I'm in love and I didn't wanna be. And all because of she. Whoa, whoa. And all because of she. Whoa.
Days ain't long enough, nights are even shorter, this ain't fair. Time don't wanna give me what I need.
All I'm asking is forever.
Forever in a moment. Listen to me, this ain't how I talk. I don't know what she done to me, but I like it. And ask me who's putting me in this twist. Ask me who's responsible for this shit. So everything's all her fault. Caught up in a world where no one can help me.
Ask me who's responsible.
Oh, she said everything's all her fault. Now I'm in love and I didn't wanna be. And all because of she. Oh, and all because of she. Said it's getting hard for me to picture me without you. With every passing day, baby.
But it's easy to answer who's the
corner of my heart. Simply look at you and say, she is.
So everything's all her fault. Caught up in a world where no one can help me.
Ask me who's responsible. How she is. Said everything's all her fault. Now I'm in love and I didn't wanna be. And all because of she. 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 And all because of she.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J Mad, he got ya right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J Mad.
Listen to J Mad weekdays on Spreaker.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Life After the Collar with J Mad, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Instagram. I had YouTube to send me a doggone message the other day too, saying that I had some song from some country. They blocked me from some country playing, or they blocked some of the program because of some, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what song I played was from maybe it was some of those reggae songs. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, let's get back to this conversation here. Number one, we stand today for the flag, not to please ourselves, but to honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. No, we don't. We stand or kneel. Let's put it that way. We stand or kneel for those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Number two, she said we stand not to focus on what divides us, but what's unite us, which is being American. If us being American make us equal, then we need equal. Okay, see, I ain't even go into that part of the conversation. We're all Americans. We should all have the same privileges and honors and establishments and all this other stuff they got going on. Number three, we stand because of allegiance not to the president, to honor the reality that we elected a president. No, we didn't elect a president. We all came out, pretended that we voted, and then popular vote does not count. Because if we all elected the president, popular vote, the person that won the popular vote would have been in office. I'm just saying. And the reason why we have this, let me help you all out. Those that don't know why we use the college of electoral college is because back in the day, they didn't think that blacks or women knew how to make sound judgment. So what they did was they created the electoral college. And they were the ones that was going to vote. They used those votes to cast to see who was going to be the president. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help y'all out. Why we have not fought against this, I do not know. We stand number four. Number four. We stand not because of past or present pain caused by injustice. Watch this foolishness. This is stupidity. This is straight stupidity. And this is in the Hill, which is the White House news article stuff. We stand not because of past or present pain caused by injustice, but to salute the principle of justice. If you don't go and sit your... I had a frog in my throat. I caught it, though. I got it out the way. We stand not because of past or present pain caused by injustice, but to salute the principles of justice. Let me tell y'all something. If the principle of justice is what we are receiving, then baby, we got a serious problem. She goes on to say in this part of the thing, patriotism is not pride in the pain of our nation's past. Rather, patriotism is the pride of the principle that paved the way for change. Oh, there's a good word. Whether the change was trending royalty for representation in 1776 or exchanges enslavement for emancipation in 1863. If you don't go and sit your country person down somewhere, take 3 or 4 seats, because I'm probably sure that you're going to get tired of sitting in that seat after you finish sitting so long. You need to sit down and shut up. Trying to get her name right. Because I really do not want her name etched in my name, so I had to scroll back up to the top of the article. Jane Hampton Cook. You need to sit down and shut up. Even with the emancipation, we still was enslaved, you person. From John Adams to Thomas Jefferson to Martin Luther King, many Americans have stood for justice, for a more perfect union. If you don't sit down and shut up, you working my nerves on both ends of this from a year ago. The problem with this conversation, this point right here, it is the embodiment of why we do kneel, why we do not stand, or why they do not kneel. I mean, why they kneel and why they do not stand. For this very specific point that she brought up. It is because of the past and present pain caused by injustice. Thank you for admitting the fact that the injustice of this United States of America has caused pain in the past and in the present. So if there was one thing that she got right in this article, is the fact that she acknowledged the fact that even today we're still having pain. I'm just saying. FYI, IJSOMGLOL, and all that other acronyms and 3-letter words that they use. Sammy, you want to say hey? No? Say hello. Okay, he just pushed the mic away. All right. That was point number 4. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to this. Watch this. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and Declaration of Independence, they were signed in the promissory note that to which every American was to fall heir. This note was to promise to all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed an inalienable right of liberty, pursuit of happiness. Let me ask you this doggone thing. Well, when is it the black folks, when is it the color folks' turn to have these same rights that we call white privilege? When is it our turn then? When is it our turn to enjoy this thing that you call inalienable rights? If you look, and I want to give matter of fact, let me cue this up. Let me cue this up before I say it. Let me cue this up before I say it. Where is it? Right here. I want to give a shout out because yesterday we had another primary election day. And the women, y'all are showing, and I'm not just talking about black women. Women in general. Y'all are showing y'all Ooh, I had to choke that word up again. Y'all are doing the doggone thing. Let me put it that way. Black women, or women, not just black women, women in general, y'all are doing the doggone thing. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all need to do. Because if you look at all of these doggone State of a Union addresses or all of these other political things that goes on from the White House, all you see is white men. Old white men. If the blacks can't unite to get us into office, women, y'all unite and get yourself into office. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. Y'all get yourself into office. Y'all make it happen. Y'all make it happen. Because us blacks, I'm gonna jump on us blacks real quick. Us blacks, we're so busy trying to tear each other down. Oh, he think he's this, he think he's that. No person especially in the political world is perfect. None of us. My son Samuel is shaking his head. Yeah, you right, Dad. He's smiling. You right. None of us are perfect. But let me tell y'all, us colored folks, that include all of us. Shout out to the first Native American to win a primary to become, I think they said into the House of Representatives. I think she's going to try to win a seat in the House of Representatives. And I don't know, I'm going to find out what state that is. We need to back her. Whoever that is, we need to back her. I'm going to get her name. And she won her primary yesterday. We need more Native Americans in office. We really do. Because America owe you big time. And matter of fact, I want a Native American to become president of the United States so that they can go back and say, oh, America said we was going to do this for y'all. Here you go. Blacks, Americans said, because Obama, I'm ashamed of you because America had promised us 40 acres and a mule, and we still ain't got that yet. You should have made good on that promise. Y'all ain't going to like me today. I promise you. Because I do have issues with Obama too. Number 5. We stand for the flag, not for our generation, but to set an example for the next generation. You done said the biggest, stupidest thing you could ever have said out of your mouth, Miss whatever your name is. I don't even feel like scrolling back up to figure out what you was talking about. Let me tell you something. The president of these United States of America is setting the worst example for the next generation. And I am so glad that the next generation is paying attention to what's going on and standing up against it. I appreciate this next generation. I'm gonna do my darndest to help this next generation to be a part of this electoral votes and this voting process that we go through. I'm gonna make sure that we do. I'm gonna send this shout out. This next selection. I just acted like I was at a choir anniversary. I was finna send a shout out give them an A and B selection. Y'all saw how I messed that up? I'm going to send this next song out, dedicate this next song to all the female politicians that's out there that's running for office. This song is for you. It's Miller time. Holla at your boy.
Nothing seems complete. I stand up and I'm searching for the better part of me. I hang my head from sorrow. So much state of humanity. What's up? Wearing on my shoulders, gotta find the strength in me. Why's that? 'Cause I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. Still when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest, feeling that so much as, oh yes, I'm a superwoman. That's right. This is for all the mothers fighting for better days to come. They coming. And all my women sitting here trying to come home before the sun. And all my sisters coming together, say yes I will, yes I can. Why's that? 'Cause I am a superwoman. Yes I am. Sing it out, man. Yes she is. Still when I'm a mess, still put on a vest, feeling that so much as, oh yes, I'm a superwoman. When I'm breaking down and I can't be found, 'cause I start to get weak, 'cause no one knows me underneath these clothes, but I can fly. We can fly, oh, 'cause I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. Still when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest with an S so much as, oh yes, I'm a superwoman. Yes, she is. Oh, let me tell you, I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. Even when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh yeah, I'm a superwoman. Yes, I am. And I'm a superwoman. Yes, you are. Come on. Yes, I am. Yes, we are. Yes, I am. Yes, you are.
3,000? For the sake of everybody in the band, act like you got some sense.
Ain't do no but get up there and shake his ass. What we talking to him?
Don't get out there playing it, okay?
What I do every night. That's all I know how to do, man. You know.
I ain't flew all the way overseas in the middle seat for us to get over here and up. Act like you got some sense. You might get a little bit of this here. Not money. This is hope money. I hope you get out there and do your thing. And check it out. Hey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Either you can fold that, 3,000. I'm telling you. Don't mess it up for everybody. Greyhound don't float on water.
here in London for the first time to perform for you live. Johnny Vulture, Benjamin Andre, Dookie on drums, Possum Jenkins, and Andre Ice Cold 3000. Performing their smash hit, Hey Ya! Ladies and gents, I give you the love, beloved.
Y'all don't wanna hear me, you just wanna dance. Don't want to meet your daddy. Just want you in my caddy. Don't want to meet your mama. Just want to make you. I'm just being honest. Hey!
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J Mad, he got ya right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show, and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J Mad.
Listen to J Mad weekdays on Spreaker.com.
You are listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and all of the above. That was a great topic that we dove in for the last hour and a half, those 5 points. I want us to become, I want not just black folks, but everybody that lives in the United States to become more aware of what's really going on. Don't lose it. We can't lose it and we can't miss it. We can't. It's impossible that we lose it or miss it. Because if we do, that again in 45 slogan, make America great again, if we do not pay attention, yeah, we're going to do it again. We're going to find ourselves back where we were. And if you really pay attention to it, we're in reverse. America is in reverse because we're trying to do it again. We're trying to go back to a different time, earlier times, when white folks ran the United States. And I know that's hard. That's a hard. I have white family members. I do. And I understand what, even their point, they felt that they're left out, that they've forgotten about. I get what you're saying. Well, welcome to our world. Now y'all know how we feel. So y'all make sure that y'all become active in this thing. We have to be active in this thing. We can't just sit back and just let things just roll by. We have to be more active of what's going on. Because if we don't, we're going to miss it. If we don't, we're going to let things just pass us by. If we don't pay attention and become involved with change, we're going to allow America to be where we once was. We can't allow that. There is no way we can sit back and allow America to be great again. That word again see, y'all missed a whole bunch of other things. Y'all missed a whole bunch of other parts of this. Y'all missed a whole bunch of other parts about this. That word again should have triggered everything that you needed to know. But I'm not going to beat this dead horse. I want to make to talk about for this last few minutes on Life After the Collar with your boy J Man. I want to talk about something that I posted on my Facebook page. I'm just changing directions on this. I closed out that last section. If you are, and the post said it this way: if you aren't, let me slow down. Get your feelings together, Jason. Get your feelings together, J Man. You got it? Yeah, I got it, man. We're good. All right. The post said this: you aren't free until you have no need to impress anyone. And that was said by Joyce Meyer. I'm going to read it again. Joyce Meyer said this: you aren't free until you have no need to impress anyone. There's a level of freedom that I'm experiencing. And I'm not talking about on a personal, it is on a personal level too. But I want to take time to talk to ministry leaders, especially the ministry leaders that's coming up. When we stop trying to preach like somebody, sound like somebody, do things like stuff. You are minimizing yourself. When I was under my pastor some years ago, very popular pastor, and even growing up under the other, because when I became a minister, I started out at 15, but I also was in the military for 20 years, which drug me all over the world and the United States. So I had a whole bunch of spiritual leaders. But I had to learn this one thing. Stop trying to preach like somebody else. Stop trying to teach like somebody else. Be who God called you to be. Stop trying to impress these folks. Stop, and I'll be real honest with you right in through here. Stop worrying about them trying to blackball you. Stop worrying about them, or they're not going to let me preach in this church, or they're not going to let me do this, or they're not going to. Be who God called you to be. John the Baptist was in the woods, in the wilderness, preaching. Away from the popular area or the populated area. He didn't preach there. He went out into the woods, into the wilderness. And guess what? They came to him. Even the preachers came out to see, why are all these people coming way out here? Simple fact. Because he was simply being who God called him to be. When you get to a place in your life where nothing else matters but pleasing God, the hell with what everybody else say. The hell with what your pastor say and all those preachers' friends that you're trying to impress. Forget them. Because none of them have a heaven or a hell to send you to, nor will any of them carry a title in heaven. Some of them will have different crowns on their heads, have brighter jewelry on their heads. Yeah, I get that. But others, you won't even see up there. And I'm just being real about it. I know y'all don't want to hear that part of it. Y'all think that all of y'all preachers that y'all following and get y'all emotional hype, y'all think that they're going to end up in heaven. Let me tell y'all something. King Saul was a king without the anointing. God stripped him of his anointing, but he was still king. Some of these preachers, they have been stripped of their anointing, but they're still preaching. They're still pastors because that's the gift. God will never take the gift away. Ooh, y'all not going to like me today. It is what it is. Y'all make sure that when you connect with people that has your heart in mind and not your talent in mind. I've been through and I've seen so many of my friends been pimped out of their gifts. And once they get through with them, they throw them to the side. I've seen it over and over and over again. Don't let that be you. Stop trying to impress people. And learn to just say, God, I thank you. Lord, I thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy Jay.
just flesh and bone, heart and soul, and I've earned a couple scars. I've let once in a lifetime kind of things slide right out of my arms. I struck out, I've been knocked down more times than I can count, but that don't matter now. Cause when you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California. And there's no doubt, because of you, I'm not the man I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, though, cause girl, you know I'm not. But I'll love you with everything I got. Girl, I'll give you my best shots. Saw a spark inside of me that no one else could find. Your good morning eyes, they get me high. Girl, you're always on my mind. Cause when you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out of California. And there's no doubt, because of you, I'm not the man I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, though, cause girl, you know I'm not. But I'll love you with everything I got. Girl, I'll give you my best shot. When I saw you for the first time, I knew I found amazing grace. It's like angels singing every time I hear your name. When you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California. And there's no doubt, because of you, I'm not the man I was before you. When you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California. And there's no doubt, because of you, I'm better than I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, God knows I'm not, but I'll love you with everything I got. Girl, I'll give you my best shot. I'm gonna I'll give you my best shot. I'm gonna give you, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, staring out the window, wish on a star for a sign. The reason why you're always on my mind. When you come around like it's shabby, when I see you, when I see you, baby, when I never know when you might walk by, so I gotta be right on time. When I see you, when I see you, I scribble X and O's in my notebook, checking how my hair and my nails look. I feel myself in the zone. I get nervous when you call, so I say I'm not home. I see your face and I hear my favorite song. Should I send an email at home? You're the number one topic on the phone. I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue? Yeah. I lay my head on my pillow. You got me staring out the window. Wish on a star for a sign. What's the reason why? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're always hey, sexy boy. You're sexy boy. Hey, baby. I
J-Mad is not your everyday lunch partner. He's all the way raw.
How are you going to say Black Lives Matter when the only reason you come out is when cops kill us and we don't come out when we kill ourselves? That's crazy, man.
He's all the way real.
The truth? You can't even handle the truth.
And most of all, he has his priorities right.
I want the Falcons and the Hawks to be my pallbearers at my funeral. That way they can let me down just one last time.
J-Mad gives it to you big.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J-Mad, he got ya. Right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show, and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J-Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J-Mad.
Listen to J-Mad weekdays on Spreaker.com.
You are listening to, or you have been listening to, Life After the Collar with J-Mad, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and all the other platforms that we're on. Look, I thank you all so much for hollering at me today, hanging with me today, rolling with me today. Thank you all so much for those that have sponsored, that's responded in the chat room, and also to those that did what I always request. Thank you for those that shared on Facebook, shared on Instagram, on all of y'all social media. Thank you all so much for sharing that. It is important that you all do share. Sharing is caring. Word of mouth is the best marketing tool anyone can use. You have your own area of influence. Tell your folks, hey, you might want to check this show out. It's pretty good. You can do your cooking at home, get home from work. You want a relaxing or a good conversation to have. Great music. Tell them to tune into Life After the Collar with your boy J-Mad. I hope you all had a great time, as did I. As did I. I had one of the best time, that conversation. I tell you, I need my own little talk show thing on CNN or MSNBC or Fox News. But it's all good. This dedicated to all those that roll with me, that hang with me. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow as we begin to wind this week down. Holla at your boy. You're listening to Life After the Collar with J-Man. It's all good. It's all gravy. You know how we do it. Make it do what it do.
Stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators, mount up.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets, trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC, on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you search know what's up with 213.
So I hooked select on 21 and Lewis, some brothers shooting dice. So I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some, so I said, I'm stuck.
These girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's next?
They got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see him if they going straight pound for pound. They wanna come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my and lay them busters down.
They got guns to my head, I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly, let me contemplate. I glance in the cut and I see my homie Nate.
16 in the and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn. Now they dropping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate. Explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you won't skirt, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of over there on the curb.
Now they got the freaks, and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up, cause it's on Nate and me. the woman to the G.
Just like I thought, they were in the same spot, in need of some desperate help. The Nate Dogg and the G-Child were in need of something else. One of them names was sexy as hell. I said, ooh, I like your size. She said my chords broke down and just sing real nice. Would you let me ride? I got a car full of girls and it's going real swell. The next stop is the East Side Motel.
Such a crazy feeling, though. I don't want to get too attached, but I
feel like I already am.
Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man.
My
It's
mind
all
is telling
good.
me
It's
one
all
thing,
gravy.
but I guess
Y'all
I
know
should
how we
listen to
do
my
it.
heart.
Thank you all so much for rolling with me tonight.
Right?
I'm hungry, so I'm gonna have to get me something to eat. Look, don't get mad at me because I'm the boss of my own world. Y'all looking at me sideways. It is what it is, folk. Holla if you hear me. I see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna have another great conversation. Always, the email. I'm gonna get us an email as well. People have been trying to contact with me via email. I'm not giving my personal number out. Y'all can hang that up. I do have my the second line to the station, but that is only answered during normal business hours. But I'll have I'll get us an email that you all can send your requests to, send your birthdays, because I also want to start doing birthdays and things like that. And you want to send a birthday wish out to folks, we're going to start doing stuff like that, anniversaries and things like that. All right, congratulations. I know we got graduations going on and things such as this, so we're going to make this thing happen. We're going to take it to the whole different level. And we're actually getting ready to get on the move as well. Be on the lookout for Man Talk. Be on the lookout for Man Talk. We have a barbershop here in the ATL area that wants me to come in and hang out with them in a barbershop. And they actually they do have a nice size facility that we can sit back and just have some good conversation. It's going to be a man's point of view, but ladies, this is going to be perfect for you because you all will be able to hear what's really going on in a man's head. All right? Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy. Holla at me. Yeah, I got that thing down pat now. How you think you went to sleep?
When I was hitting, I was in rotation off the charts. Like number 2 with a bullet, I was shooting straight for your heart. But it looks like I'm slipping from that peak position. Drop down on your list from top 10 to not even being on your countdown. So I'll wait for you to come digging in the crates. Blow off the dust so I could finally get some attention.
Came to guy gave
You can't just put me
I mean, it works good. But I just prefer I don't have a lot of and this one has not only pop filter, but it has a mic, so it brings the sound. It takes out, but this one is so small that it doesn't have a thing around. Yeah, the other thing that he gave me, because I was telling him what I'm trying to do, and I want to bring it in again, like last one he had to share the mic, so I'm gonna be able to. I'll show you the remix, so he gave me that mic there, this thing right here that gives me different mic.
Blow off the dust so I could finally get some attention. Just put me back and scratch and take it back. Cause you're only gonna play me again. I can't get
Let's go take it to the trash.
No need to switch it up until you know the time is fine. See, you got me feeling like I'm your favorite song. You fade me out and you blend him in. I can't get no spin unless I'm requested. She's so
something like a DJ. Something like a DJ. Now the groove is all worn out. I can't get no play. She's something like a DJ. The way you do my heart, and you play him near me, I can't get no sway unless I'm depressed. She's something like a DJ. You gotta be. You gotta be. Now the groove is all worn out. I can't get no play. Something like a DJ. And just for the record, baby, my head is spinning, my heart is turning, and I'm yearning for your love.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J Mad, he got ya right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J Mad.